just waiting for people to come on here, and I'll give you a quick tour. I already did a tour earlier, and I'm going to repeat that same tour, unfortunately. So if you watched earlier, you're going to have to listen to the same stuff, but I'm guessing not everybody was there. So we've got 26 people or so. Actually, the light's getting better as the sun's coming up. We are at Elephant's Trunk, which is approximately 25 miles into the ride. We're about, I want to say, a mile and a half from the Red Star vet check, which is a full vet check with a gate and go pulse of 60. They have to come to and do the full vet check, and if they manage all of that, they're good to go. The riders are currently stretched between Cougar Rock and High Camp, so we've got like a 10-mile stretch of riders. I have a photographer here with me. Oh, I think I see dust. Do I see dust? Might see dust. I think I do see dust. I think we have riders coming right in here. What I was going to say, so I'll say it quickly now. I think we have riders coming. Okay. I'm going to have to get out of the way of the photographer, so I'm going to move. But basically, if you look here, this is Lion Peak, and directly below it is where the bulk of the field is. And over here is Watson's Monument, where they first come over, so High Camp's behind that. And this is Granite Chief, this whole area in here. This is Picayune Valley is the one here. And they come along the shoulder of Granite Chief and come around here to Hodgson's Meadow. That used to be the trot by, but they've actually moved it now to about here-ish. It's easier to get in there. It's not very easy to get in there now, especially now that they've got rid of the road, because this is all grandfathered into the wilderness area. And then they basically come along this ridge. Cougar Rock is kind of behind here. And then they come around and they're going to come up this ridge here. And you can just see the dust of them there. So I'm going, oh, I see them. There's about 4 of them coming. We'll try and get numbers. I don't know if we're going to have any luck, but let me scuttle away so I'm not in Stacey's. We have Stacey. Are you from Canada, Stacey? Hi. Where are you from? Wisconsin. It's not Canada at all. And we have Stacey's mum, Julie. And we have Scott, who's my sidekick, who's been carrying chairs and things like that. And they're going to come along the ridge and disappear. This is Elephant's Trunk here. And it's in a lot better shape than it used to be. So they're going to dip down here and then go up the trail and disappear behind this hill. So that's the way things are going. Let me go over here so I'm not in the way. I don't think Stacey wants me in every single shot. She said she can edit me out, but I don't think she wants to do that with every single photo. That could get old. And if I'm puffing, we are at 7,200 feet here, guys.
I was wondering the elevation.
It is, yeah, no, 7,200 feet, and the temperature is, I have one in the tree, 74 degrees here. What is it, 8:30 coming up on 8:30. So it's going to be a toasty day, that's for sure. I'll go over here a bit more. I've lost them again. And I'll try and keep an eye on the comments. I'm kind of looking into the sun. So it's going to be a bit hard to see. Over here a bit more. Can I see them better? Maybe. There. So they're going to come up. They should appear here shortly. But it's, oh God, it's gorgeous out here. I've ridden the ride a bunch of times, so I've seen, oh, there's somebody here. They are. I tell a lie. They're going to come up right here. That's where they're coming up. And it looks like we have Mark Montgomery and his friend April Searle, who's riding Woody in the front with the 2 Mustangs. And this is April's first Tevis, so we're very excited for her. She's she had some trepidation, but she's looks like she's doing good. So they'll get up close. They'll come up here in front of this rock, so you'll be able to see them a bit better then. And behind Mark and April, behind a tree. Let me see if I can move over. can't tell who it is from this far away. As they get closer, I might be able to tell. Hi guys! Hey April! It's Lucy! Hey guys!
Hi Lucy!
Hello! Have a good ride, you guys!
Thank you so much!
It's number 4, number 82, number 76, number 122, number 15, I think it was, and Hayley Estevez. That's the only one I know in the back. So that's your front group. Oh, I should go over here and catch them going down the, whoops, going up the hill there. Zoom in on them. So we go up the hill. They are moving.
Did you want to get any of them going down the thing then? The next one?
Okay. Oh, that's lucky. I've had such difficulty zooming in and out with this thing. It will do it and then it won't do it, and it was all sorts of difficult things, but that I actually just managed to do it, so that's a good thing. Okay. Let me come round here. Stacey, if you want to shoot that way, just let me know and I'll make sure I don't stand in the middle of the shot. Oh, here's our next two riders. Zoom in a bit. This looks like... I can't tell. My eyesight is not that bad, I promise, but I cannot tell who this rider is. Oh, I think it's Peg Murphy is in the back on the dark horse. And the chestnut in the front, if I get it in the picture, would help. Might be Karen Donnelly, possibly. Hi, guys! Yeah, it's Karen Donnelly and Peg Murphy.
Good morning. Good morning.
I really wanted to showcase the trail this year, because so often we were limited by where we had cell coverage, so we weren't able to go to a lot of the really remote places where there's the real trail. So we were ending up sort of filming horses in vet checks or filming horses that were easy to get to close to roads and things like this. So my goal this year had been to try and get out on the trail. So I think we nailed it with this spot. So and the amazing thing is I actually have enough cell phone coverage out here to be able to livecast, which I really wasn't expecting. I've got the Starlink booted up in case this feed drops, but I'm pretty happy about that. So let me see if I can scroll back. Let me go in the shade a bit so I can see the screen and see if you have any questions. Scroll back a bit. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. Hopefully I'll be able to answer things, but I might have to scroll back. The Silver Dapple Mustang. Yes, that horse is stunning. She's not actually if you're talking about Hayley Estevez in the back, it's actually I think it's a Rocky Arabian Cross. It is a Rocky. She's a local rider to here, and her grandmother is also riding, Debbie Glazo. These the front runners. Yes, those were the front runners. Scrolling back. Go Mustangs. Mustangs in the lead. That is not uncommon with Mark tends to go out fast. So I'm thinking that Woody is going for somebody Oh, it's my list. Let me check my list. Woody, the second Mustang ridden by April, I think is going for his... Let's scrabble around, look for my list here. What is she? She is number... I'd get Scott to look, but he complains about how tiny my list is. Where are we? Searle, April, Woody. Woody has 4 finishes at this ride. So if he finishes today, that'll make him eligible for a Roby Cup, which is kind of cool that he's done it. And it's so many of the horses I noticed on that Roby Cup, they're not just people who sort of show up and ride at the back. They're kind of front runner horses. So the longevity of the horses on this trail is absolutely amazing. Oh, I can see more. I've just spotted another place you can see them. I'll get my stick out. Right here, you can just see horses. They've actually disappeared now, but if you keep your eagle eyes open, they come across there before they... So I'm thinking they probably come along. I've only ever ridden this coming the other direction. I've never really looked at the trail from this direction before. But I think, like I said, I think Cougar Rock is just the backside of this hill here. And they come all the way along this ridge and kind of loop around and then come up this ridge that we're on. But I can see more horses right there. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. Probably by the time I get zoomed in. Oh yes, can you see them? They're kind of blurry. You can just see a little movement up there. Somebody's stopped right there. Oops, sorry. Pay attention. It's really dusty. This section right in here is the dust is absolutely horrendous. It's like red talcum powder. Let me zoom out a bit, otherwise it's too jiggly. So there are times when you're riding and you literally can, you can't see anything below your feet, let alone the horse's feet. So the dust is sort of up to your knees almost. It is 74 degrees. Yeah, 74 degrees. We're at 7,200 feet. It's kind of wild. It's toasty. The hike in here was only about a mile. But you have to come up a mile of rocky stuff, so I was pretty glad I had my Jeep with me. I think April ended up parking at not April, I'm sorry. Stacey, the photographer, ended up... Did you end up at Red Star?
Yeah.
Yeah, and hiked in from there. So they had an extra long hike to get in to here. And we weren't sure they were going to make it. They got held up at Robinson Flat, and I thought, oh no, they're going to miss it, sort of thing. So we started hiking in, and they showed up about 10 minutes before the first horses came through, so that was good. Let me scroll forward. I'm not paying attention here. Oh, scroll. Oh, back. Oh, there's lots of comments. Hang on. Oh, let me look back. I haven't seen any mules yet. No more mules. The reason I'm not zooming in too much is because I'm frightened to death if I zoom in I won't be able to zoom out again, which is a problem I've had in the past, but it seems to be cooperating today, so I'm not sure what the problem is. My eagle eyes. You won't say that when I get further back in the pack and I'm like, I don't know these people. I know a lot of the local riders. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of the out of time riders. Is there a website with rider, horse photos and bio? Yes. If all went to plan, and I haven't actually checked it this morning, if you go to teviscup.org and scroll down a little ways, there's a bright yellow button that I put up there that says Ride Day Links. And that's basically every link you could ever possibly want. And one of those is for the webcast. And if you go to the webcast, it basically tells you where the riders are. It's the number taker. They should be picking it up now from Lion Ridge, which is... Where are we? There's my stick. Stick's pointing in the wrong direction. Lion Ridge. Oh, there we are. That's Lion Ridge over there. I see more horses coming up the ridge here, right here. And yeah, if you click on the individual riders, in theory, there should be a photo with the bio. She was taking them yesterday and she was going to upload them late last night because she basically takes those photos as the riders check in. So in theory, they're there. Let me scroll up a bit further. hard to get video there. Still only pics. I don't know where you're talking about. Oh, Cougar Rock. It's a heck of a hike in. That's the main problem. I've just come off knee surgery, which is one of the reasons I'm not riding. There's never live coverage there because one of us has to hike in there, basically. And up until now, I wasn't even aware you had cell phone coverage. And we've been very limited because we were stuck on cell phone coverage. We couldn't do anything except, basically live casts from places we have cell phone coverage. And now some of us have got Starlinks, so that's kind of opening up the field. So we could possibly get somebody there. Scrolling back, I think I'm back to where we were, about the front runners. The two Brits, I don't think I've seen the two Brits. Scrolling back, I'm doing barn chores. Rocky, yes. I think it's a Rocky Arabian though, so it's not a full Rocky. So I know she's been doing very well with that horse. I'm glad the sound is good. I tend to start mumbling and getting quiet. Okay, I think we are there. So scrolling back. Back. Let's see if we can spot who these next ones are. Go over here. It is. See if we can zoom in. It's a black bay by the looks of things. And then there are 3-4 horses behind it. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out in case. Just in case. It has indeed come a long way since 1997, I tell you. It's this might be Melissa, possibly. Melissa Montgomery on the Black Bay. I'll look when she gets closer. Hello! It's Melissa Montgomery. Hey Melissa! Have a good ride! I can't follow her down Elephant's Trunk because I'll be in the way. Let's see who else we've got here. The next one is Cassandra DiMaggio with the stallion Taser with his floppy ear. And probably behind her, I'm guessing, is Kelsey. This is Cassandra on the stallion. Hello! This is Kelsey with Son. This is Jeremy Reynolds. Hey Jeremy! Good! And here we have Heather. Hello! Are you having a good ride?
Yeah.
Yay! Good job, you guys. I bet there is. Get out of the way. This is Wash Blakely. Hello! Have fun. It is. Toasty though. And here we have Nicole Wirtz, our local rider. Hey Nicole! Take it easy. Have a good ride. So this trail here that she's going down, Elephant's Trunk, it got really eroded at one point, and it was pretty bad at one point. It was kind of like an off-camber weirdo trail, and the horses were starting to slip, so they came in here and basically chiseled away at this. Where's my stick? Chiseled away at this section here to make it more trail-like, and it's way better now. It's perfectly safe. I mean, perfectly safe for this trail anyway. It's got a lot on it. Treasure always looks relaxed. I don't think that horse ever gets hot. The country is beautiful here, absolutely gorgeous. Scrolling back. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted to show the proper trail to really showcase. Because the wind's coming up now. It's nice and cool with the wind coming up. The sound might get crappy. Scrolling back, scrolling forward. Hello, Scotland. Not what I'm saying now. Oh, we were talking about Cougar Rock. So yeah, so I don't know if the cell phone. I mean, I'm amazed here. I have the Starlink booted up and ready to go if I need it, but I'm actually on 2 bars of cell coverage here, and getting a good picture. And I was watching the live casts from Brenna and from Melissa from earlier on, as I was getting dressed this morning in my car, and it was coming through loud and clear. So it's pretty amazing. I think the cell phone coverage up along this ridge has really improved. Here's our next horse coming. It's like another black bay or maybe a liver chestnut. We'll see who it is. Yeah, so we could potentially send it. The main problem is there's so few of us that if we send someone to a remote location, they can't get out of there quick enough to get to the next spot. So it was an issue. I wanted to go down to El Dorado Creek this year, but I realized if I went down there, I was never going to be able to get out in time. You know, I'd basically be down there all day, and that would mean that I wasn't getting coverage from other places. This is... Hello! Oh, it's Ali! Hey, Ali! We just saw Melissa coming through. Yeah, she's not that far ahead of you. It's like, should we have a little rest? It's like, where are my friends? I'm missing them. This is Ali Woodward, and she's riding one of Melissa, who was on the Black Bay with the bright tack. This is one of Melissa's horses. I have the dubious claim to fame that I started Ali out on trail riding. She came to me as a young girl, and I took her out on a trail, and it was the first time she'd ever cantered. She was riding my Arabian, and the look on her face was absolutely priceless. And now look at her, she's in the front of Tevis. It's brilliant. That's probably my only claim to fame, but anyway. Okay, I'll line up for the next ones. So yeah, that's the main problem with going from Cougar Rock, is just if we go there, we might not be able to go somewhere else. So, you know, if somebody wants to volunteer to go out there and film, then, you know, we're more than happy to add you to our team. It's not an exclusive team. It's basically if you're relatively sensible and you can handle yourself and not, you know, fall down and die, and as my friend says, become the story of the day, which is not what we want. But as long as you're okay with that, then yeah, just if you would like to do that next year, hike out to Cougar Rock and live cast, or if you have your own Starlink with a power system. The power system's the trick, because that's heavy to carry. I carried that thing in today. So yeah, trying to find a power system that doesn't weigh a ton, that will actually run the thing for long enough, is tricky. And just knowing whether or not, I mean, a lot of the places I've been this last couple of weeks, I've kind of tested to see what sort of coverage it had, whether I needed Starlink or whether I could do it on cell phone or whatever. So it's more an accessibility problem. But I would have loved to have gone down to El Dorado Creek, but I couldn't do it and film anywhere else. It would have been just that. So again, if somebody fancies going in with the team and filming with their personal Starlink Mini and a power pack down there, then get in touch, because we'd love to have somebody down there. It's a pretty special place down there, although it's hot. It's very hot. But we've got a good team down there this year for water. We had a water issue there last year, but it sounds like we've got a good team with a pump. And the guy said, you know, if the pump fails, I'll be there with a bucket on a rope and I'll scoop water out. So we thank those guys for going down there and sorting that out, because that's kind of a labour of love to get water pumped out of there. You can just see horses coming through this bit here again, way off in the distance. Let me see if I can zoom in on them. I think they've gone through. See if there's any more. Trouble is, when I zoom in, I've got to concentrate and actually pay attention where I'm pointing the camera. To see if... I'm going to pan around a second and do another quick... Let me zoom out again if I can. There we go. Okay. While we're waiting, actually, I see horses coming. Probably most of you heard this already, but I'll reiterate. The valley, the sort of smoky valley in here, is Picayune Valley. The spot right there that I'm pointing at with my stick is Watson's Monument. As the highest point in the ride. I think it's 8,700 feet, so it's 1,000 feet higher than oh, more than 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet higher than we are now. And they basically come over, my stick again, there it is. They come over the ridge there, they come along the shoulder of the Mammoth. This is Granite Chief, this whole area in here. They come along the shoulder. Granite Chief Mountain is that one. This is Needle Peak. This is Lion's Peak. It's got a little speck of snow on the side of it. And directly below it, you can't see it quite as well as you could. This is Hodgson's Meadow in here. There's a series of switchbacks that come down that are very dusty. And we could see when the front runners first came through that area, we could see them like way across. It was wild, it was very exciting. And then the riders basically come along the shoulder here till around here there's a trot by at Lion Ridge. And there's water and an aid if people need it or whatever. And then they basically come along this ridge. Cougar Rock is sort of behind here-ish. And the trail kind of goes to the north. And they come along here. And then they come up this ridge. Just see them coming now. So it's pretty special. When you're riding it, you don't see any of this because you're basically going the other way. So I saw so many views this morning. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Stuff that you never see on the ride. And you don't have time to look at it anyway because you're riding across this kind of terrain and you're having to pay attention. Go over there. Catch them. Who do we have? I think this is Michelle Rausch. She was Rose, she's now Rausch. She's the lady who rides with the faceplate on her helmet. She I think she was often walking with her horse one time and tripped, and the horse kind of smacked her in the face. And so she now wears this sort of like a catcher's mask on the front just to protect her dental work. I think that's who that is. That's what it looks like. I'll let you know if that's the case when she gets up close. I'm probably totally wrong and it's not her, but... Yep, no it is. This is Michelle Rausch. Hello!
Good morning.
And then behind her, we have two riders that I do not recognise, unfortunately. I'll try and call out their numbers. Number 91 and number 89. Going down here. Oops. Stacey's actually one of the paid photographers, so you need to get in touch with Bill Gore if you want to come out. People are very welcome to go to any places that crew can go to and photograph if they want to. Okay, let me interrupt myself and see who these people are. I think it's Sabine and the German rider. Oh, John Perry is in the middle of this group. Number 29 is in the turquoise. Oh,
Hey, good morning, John.
These are our British riders. Zoom out a bit. And we got Sabine in the back, John Perry, and number 27. Sorry, she's an international rider and I don't know who it is. Go, John! Busy chatting. Which one? Oh, Lord. See, that's the kind of thing you don't want to see. Oh, was that Raina in front of John Perry? Yes, because I know they were riding together. I didn't recognise her. I should have recognised her. Catch the next ones. Yeah, so going back to the photographers, anybody is welcome to go to places that crew people can go to. And as long as you don't get in the way or get trampled or cause any issues, then go ahead, have at it. Some of these more remote locations, we try and control it. I mean, we obviously can't in public spaces, but we try and control what's happening there. And we have a certain number of paid photographers who basically sell the photos they take. And so if you want to be one of those, you need to contact Bill Gore, because he's the person in charge of all that. So Stacey is an official. She has official. Yep, see, it's official Tevis photographer, she says. It must be true. So yeah, that was a whole... I haven't seen Jay. I think she's riding. She's not riding the horse she normally rides, so she's going a little slower, I think. And if that was Raina that just came through, I'm thinking she wasn't riding with her and she was a little behind her. Let's scroll back. So yeah, we had Sabine is I think she's German, but she lives here, so she rides as an American. Raina and Clippy, yep. Scrolling back. Horses look good. They did look good. Yay, John Perry. John's had some problems with his knee. And yes, there was Nikki. I should have recognised Nikki. I'm assuming that was Linda and Nikki together. Too bad I don't have a rider list. I do have a rider list, but I can't whip it out very quickly. And I can't read them, film, and whip them out. So you're welcome to shout out and let me know who the people are, especially if I get them wrong, please. Because I'm just going on what I can see. Oh, it's Sally. Hey, Sally. It's my buddy Sally from England. She used to ride this ride every year. Come stay at my house. Is this trail just for Tevis? No. You are welcome to come up here and ride any time. It's the logistical problem is getting here, because you can't trailer very close to here. So anytime you want to ride here, you've got to basically the closest paved place you can drive to is Robinson, which is about 8 miles from here. So you've got 8 miles of dirt road, then you've got this amazing scenery, and then you've got to turn around and go back. So that's the problem. But yeah, no, it's public trial. Anybody can. And that's the sad thing, is because Granite Cheek Wilderness is so hard to get to. That trail is almost never used. It gets used for the Western States run, and then it gets used for us. No, my thing's jammed up. No, I can't scroll back. No, do this. Go back. Oh, there it goes again. Okay. So our next riders. Hello! Number 8 is Molly, and number... what was that?
102 maybe?
102 possibly. I'm not sure who that was in the back. The front one was Molly Kiroz, who's a local rider. She rides with Crater Hill. And I'm not sure who the rider behind her was, so if anybody knows who that was, please let us know. We are at about 25 miles in. We're about 1.5 miles to 2 miles before the Red Star Met Check. So you're going to timestamp. We've got radio people at Lion Ridge, which is there-ish, which is I think 21 miles, and radio people taking numbers and times. So if you go to the webcast, which is the sort of Where's My Rider, and it'll give you the times, you'll see them there. So they're basically headed on into Red Star, and you'll see them pop up on the trackers there. And then they've got a long, it's about 6 or 7 miles of kind of not terribly great dirt road all the way into Robinson Flat. And we used to go, you can't see it because it's around the corner, we used to the ride used to start at what was then Squaw Valley, has been renamed Palisades Tahoe, but it used to start there. And so when they got to Red Star, they would go down Red Star Ridge, kind of to the south, and then come up through Duncan Canyon, which is another very pretty route to ride. trailer into Robinson Flat and ride down into Duncan Canyon, because that's pretty special as well. When Squaw Valley, which was then Squaw Valley, now Palisades Tahoe, when that started getting developed, we basically ran out of space where we couldn't start the ride there anymore. So we started it from Roby Park, which is about 8 miles further up the trail. It's kind of behind there, about 8 miles. And because of that, we had to cut out trail because we added trail. We need to get it, it's not necessarily exactly 100 miles, but it'll be close to it. But to get rid of that mileage, we ended up stopping using that Duncan Canyon trail. It was getting pretty eroded. It burned in 2001, and the soil was really eroded through there. So it was the trail wasn't so great. So they started sending them down the dirt road. So they basically go on down that dirt road, and you can move out pretty good. It's got some embedded rocks, so it's and it can get pretty warm. It's starting to get warm by the time you leave Red Star, and so they do that for an hour and come on into Robinson Flat, and that's the first hour hold. Robinson Flat's at 36 miles, and so riders have a full vet check there and an hour hold, and that's where the first time they will see their crews at that point. So who do we have here? So far I don't recognise a single one of them, I'm afraid, so we'll see if they get closer. I think this might be Suzanne Hayes in the front. Let's see when we get closer. Or maybe not, maybe it's Sarah Hunt. My eyes are blurry. Hello! Yeah, that's Sarah Hunt, number 12. And then behind her is 31. I think that might be Alicia. This is, I think, possibly Stefan. No, it's number 60, whoever number 60 is. Oh, Brandon Brunner, that was, in the orange. And then we have Christoph is in the red, Christoph Schork. Maybe this is Stefan. Number 21, so I think that's French rider Stefan Chazelle. This is Christoph Schork. Hey, Christoph! Have a good ride!
Hey, Christoph!
And number 28, who's also an international rider. Who's number 28? 28. He's got his number list.
From France. Matul.
Oh, Marianne. I think Marianne is Stefan's wife. I think that's what's going on there.
Right.
And I cannot pronounce her name. It's I apologise. I speak French, but I still cannot remember her name because it has a lot of syllables in it. Okay, who's this last rider? Oh, this might be Jay, possibly. Yeah, this is Jay Merrow. This is last year's winner on a different horse. Jay was pretty sad because the horse she rode last year would if she'd been able to ride it this year, she would have gone for her 5th finish on that mare. But unfortunately, the horse was not able to go this year, so she switched to that other horse. It's a younger horse that's less experienced, so she's not going quite as speedily. I keep getting interrupted. I've got our team. We're discussing how to do live feeds. They've changed the software, and we are having difficulty getting people on the live feed. And I'm thinking that they're trying to start the live feed at Robinson Flat and having difficulty getting on there. So bear with them while they get that sorted out. It depends which version of the app you're using. So we've got horses. Where are we? There's my stick. Ooh. The horses are right here. And the other problem we're having, I know people were asking if we could film landscape rather than portrait, and again, for some reason, some of the software was not letting them turn the thing to a landscape view. I don't know why, because I wasn't having any problems. I have had problems in the past, so whether it's to do with how they... zoom back out a bit. It seems like the version of the app you're using, all sorts of problems. Anyway, hopefully they'll get it sorted out in time. Can you pull up the tracker and see where the back of the pack are? Try and see where they are. I'm still seeing dust over at Hodgson's Meadow, although not as much. I'm still seeing it, so whether it's residual dust or whether it's actually horses still down there. And Scott's going to pull up the tracker. You guys can pull up the tracker at home. So if you want to do that, that's another one of the links that's on that Ride Day Links yellow button on the teviscup.org page. Okay, I'm going to scroll back to see if there's any questions. When will first horse get into Forest Hill? I can't tell you that because the list that I have that shows that is on the phone that I can't look at, and my printer broke, so I couldn't print it out. So somebody else will have to answer that question. Yeah, I agree, Robin. The sometimes it goes landscape, and it just seems entirely dependent on which version of the software they're using. Some of us are using like a Meta business app to access this page. It seems like that one is. Was about 24 minutes ago, so they're probably all at Hodgson's Meadow by the looks of things. So I think the back of the pack are about here in relation. They're probably that's about 18 miles. So the trackers, if you watch the trackers, they'll sort of go into like a faded mode if they stop transmitting. And sometimes it's due to if they've got them on the Scott had his on his cantle pack and something went over the top of it, and we thought he'd been pulled at Red Star one year because his tracker stopped there, and we started to pack up and leave, and then he showed up on the trail, so we had to quickly scuttle and get things ready again. So if you stick with it, they hopefully will come back. Obviously sometimes they'll malfunction and they just won't, but the terrain out here is not GPS friendly, that's for sure. So it's a case of, is the dust due to the oncoming riders? Yes, it's helly dusty out here sometimes. Okay, go back the other way. Who do we have here? Hello! Hello! Number 7? That way! That way! That way! Number 101. She's got it. Number 59. Hello! I think this is Pam. It's Pam! Yay, Pam! Woohoo! She's a local rider, Pam Gibson. have, can't see the number on that one, I'm afraid. I don't know who that is, there's no number. And then we have number 56, the grey, scuttle over there. Without scaring the horses. Not be popular if you scare the horses. Oh, 56 is Tamara Basinger, yeah, the grey in the back. We heard that, ooh, Lion Ridge has her tracker. Whose tracker is that? Let me scroll back. Good Pam. Oh, hang on. Let me not mess this one up. Get out of the way of Stacey. That's my prime directive, is do not get in Stacey's shots. Let me scroll back. So that's good that Lion Ridge has the tracker. Missed some of the feed. Anyone see? I don't know what Janice looks like, unfortunately. So, good morning. This is Gal Munch from Texas. The temperature now is probably around 75.
75 even.
75 even. It's in the tree behind me. Have any mules gone by? I haven't seen any mules, no. The temperature is scheduled to be, I think, 92 in Forest Hill today and something like 98 in Auburn. Thankfully, they won't get down there until the temperatures have cooled off a little bit. It's going to be nasty tomorrow, I tell you, when we're stuck in Auburn, baking in the hot sun at 98 degrees. Oh, that was Kim. I apologise. I should know what Kim looks like, but I didn't recognise her. What time the force? I still didn't catch whose. Let me scroll back the other way again. Whose tracker is missing? Neon yellow. Janice is on a bay gelding and she's wearing neon yellow. Okay, I don't think I've seen her. I will keep an eye out for her. If I can remember that far. I've had literally 2 hours sleep. We didn't get up until our spot that we spent overnight until 2:30 this morning because we had to drop Scott's horse off and then drive up here and things. So yeah, it's Gail. So if somebody can repeat whose tracker is still back at Lion Ridge, that will be helpful. And let me see. Can you text Annette, who is able to receive texts at Robinson Flat? She was asking when John came through and if he looked. So if you can let her know roughly where he is.
Tell Annette when he came through.
Yeah. Just to reassure her, because she's blind basically where she is. We've got friends in other places who are crewing for other friends, trying to figure out where their rider is. Yes, there is a photographer here. This is Stacey down here, all the way from Wisconsin. She flew in with her mother. This is Julie, her mother, and my sidekick Scott.
Good morning.
Hello. Okay, who do we have here? Are you having a good ride? Say again?
117.
Perfect, thank you so much. Have a good ride.
Katie Zolliger.
Katie Zolliger, she's from Northern California. And we've got this is Debbie Glazo. Hey Debbie. I rode with Debbie one year. And number 65. Is that Leah? I think that was Leah Dabby. I recognise the teal coloured tack. Debbie, I believe, is Hayley Estevez with the Rocky Mountain. I believe Debbie is her grandmother. And we all ended up going over time one year. I think it was their first. I think it was Hayley's first Tevis, and we ended up at the back, all trying to make time at the very end of the ride, so I rode with her for a little ways. I'm going to pan around, show you. I've never looked to the left of what this does. So there's the trail, and it kind of goes down that little gully down in there. And if I pan around, gosh, it's pretty up here. Okay. Liadabi is on a rocky as well. The chestnut with the teal tack. What do we have here? Zoom in a little bit. Okay, the first riders are now out of Red Star per the trackers. 119. Hello! Number 120. This is Cody with Ken. Woohoo! Go Cody and Ken. Have a safe ride. Number 112. So Scott's going to have a quick look at the list.
Isabel Watson.
Oh, that's Isabel Watson. I rode with her last year as well. That's Walter, the horse in the back with the yellow. So things are going well for her. That's good. Good to see.
20, Kyla Thompson.
Kyla Thompson. Oh, she is also a local rider. I think she's supposed to be riding with a junior.
19, Aurora Thompson.
Okay, yeah. So that was the mother. I think it's a mother and daughter, Kyla and Aurora Thompson, who are from Nevada City, so they're local riders. And I think they are the daughter and granddaughter of Kathy Thompson, who was riding in the top 5 when I first started watching this back in 1997. I might be wrong about that, but I believe they're her daughter and granddaughter. Hello! Are you having a good ride? Yay! Good! We do! This is the best spot in the house. Thank you, you too. It's number 61 and number 23. So 23 will be an international rider. Scott's going to look it up for me. Pan over here.
23, Rachel Gobbles.
Oh, Rachel Gobbles. Yeah, on the grey in the back is Rachel Gobbles. She's from Canada.
61 is Tasha Bucher.
Oh, Tosha Bucher. Yeah, she's also a local. Age of the oldest and the youngest rider. The youngest rider is either going to be Ryan Ellis or Macy Krieger. And I think it's Macy because I think she only just turned 12. The oldest rider, I don't know. Did we pick up people's numbers? That wasn't something I focus on. It's kind of rude to say, how old are you, sort of thing. So we don't tend to do that with the older people. The oldest horse, I believe, is Solar Flame, who was in the back. He's a very pretty grey and tends to be a little hot. So she kind of keeps him on the down low and rides him in the back and makes up time later. So we'll see how that pair fare throughout the day. I'm getting cramp in my hand holding the stupid thing. This is... Hello! 20 maybe another mile and a half to Red Star. Oops. Yeah, something like that. Number 22? I think it was 22. I think he was an international rider. And if he's 22, he definitely is, because the numbers in the 20s are the international riders.
22 was Lynn agenda, so I don't think it was.
Oh no, it's not 22. It wasn't 22. So take it back. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to see the numbers on these horses. So it's helpful if the rider says, but I don't want to ask them. Katie Bianchi's daughter Macy, yes, that's what I was thinking, that she'd just turned 12. The rider in the front here is Sam Ellis, so this is probably a big group of Crater Hill horses. Oh, here we go. So the little girl on the grey, the second in line of these, is Ryan Ellis, who's also one of the youngest riders. I believe she's Sam's stepsister. Hello! So we've got Sam Ellis, Ryan Ellis.
Thanks for being here.
And then we have number 72. Number 113. And I think this is Tierney in the back. Number 41. Is that Tierney? Bullabuck?
41?
41?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Tierney in the back. Tierney's horse was not behaving. I think it was busy concentrating on where Sam is. That's the problem with a lot of the trail along here. It's switchbacky, and if your horse starts focusing on the horses ahead, it stops paying attention to where it is. So instead of kinking in when the trail kinks in, it's busy looking up ahead and starts weavering on the side. It'll give you a cardiac arrest, that's for sure. I'm going to zoom in very quickly. I don't know what mountain that is, but it's got a lot of snow on it. Might be the Crystal Range on the south end of Lake Tahoe. I'm not sure about that. A lot of snow up there. It's kind of heaven. I think it's Heavenly, the ski resort down there. The south end of Lake Tahoe. The oldest horse, yeah, his Solar Flame, I believe, is 2025. Ooh, there's a big group coming. Big group. I thought it was Andrew as well, Julie, but I don't think it was. It looked like him with a beard, but I saw him the other day and he didn't have a beard, so I decided it wasn't Andrew, which is why I was hesitating. Yeah, I think we've got 10 international riders. One of them dropped out. They're in the cast. 20. Oh, we read that bit. I'm scrolling back and forth here. Yes, Woody and Gus were in the lead. So you missed them by a long time. They're right in the front. This is Jack Spellerberg, Tierney's brother, with Golly Bray Bray. Hello! I think this might be number 24. 24, number 46, number 52. And then here we have Shane Lesher, the new owner of the local feed and tack, Echo Valley. And he is riding with his daughter Peyton. Those are the first two mules we've seen. Hello! Then we've got Chris Gray, 86, 41, 18. Here's Andrew. You've got a lookalike with a beard on the trail. I know. I was like, it's not Andrew. He hasn't got a beard.
What's up, Andrew?
It's Andrew Gerhardt, number 74, number 123.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, thanks.
So I remember Andrew's very first finish. I was there with his parents when he was 18 years old, and oh boy was he wobbly that morning. It was quite funny to watch. He was so tired, but he finished on a horse that he trained himself as an 18-year-old, and he's still out there, still doing hundreds. So it's nice to see him. I think that's this horse he's riding. I think it's his first 100. Oh, not first 100, but first Tevis. I don't know if he's ridden it before. Where are we? Back around. which is why I managed to miss her. There are lots of red ribbons. Some people put the red ribbons on the horses, not necessarily because they do kick, they just want to basically have other riders give them some space. Because things can get pretty congested on the trail sometimes, and you don't want somebody coming up behind you and clipping the heels on your horse, and ending your ride because they were crowding you basically. So it's more of an insurance sometimes. It doesn't necessarily mean the horse is a bona fide kicker. Scrolling. What are the weather conditions this year? Are we still at 75 degrees, Scott?
Yep.
We're still at 75 degrees. So there's a nice breeze, which is the saving grace. And like I said, we're at 7,200 feet, so the fact that it's 75 degrees is not a promising thing for the rest of the day. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm echoing. I can't do anything about that. It might be to do with the wind or just how things are working. Scrolling. Are there any East Coast riders and or horses? I think they said last night there was one from Virginia. If you go to the preliminary rider list, you can sort that by state and by town, so you'll be able to see if there's any.
Kentucky and Illinois.
It's Kentucky and Illinois, apparently. It's the closest we can get to East Coast. Sarah Hunt, Michaela Corbnell, Florida. I haven't seen Sarah Hunt. I saw she came through. Michaela I have not seen, but she could have come through. Oh, it's Audra! Woohoo! Yay, Audra! This is Elephant's Trunk. This part here, yeah. This is Audra with the Mustang 7, little 13.3. I'd whack it for you, but you won't think that's a funny joke. It just flew past my head, so you might be safe. I mentored Audra and 7 when they came and did the educational ride a few years back, and she is one of the smartest riders I know. It's amazing to see. This will be his 3rd finish, I think, if he finishes today. And she does such a great job with him. He's a great. That horse has one of the best work ethics of any horse I've ridden with. He just gets the job done, and she does super training on him. She described to me the training she did, and I was quite in awe of it on this little tiny 13.3 Mustang. Okay, I'm scrolling back. Oh, that was Katie, and I thought it was Katie, and then I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to say, oh, it's Katie. You feel like a stupid person if you say that, so thank you for identifying them. Scrolling here. Oh, I have wind on the mic. I can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. I can put my mouth up close to the thing. I'll try and talk louder if it gets windy. It's breezy, it's not really windy, but we are up on a ridge. Scrolling. Sally, I don't know who 107 is. If you tell me who the name is, I can tell you if they saw them, but I don't have. You sound good, can hear the wind though. Okay. Yeah, the breeze actually feels really good. Janice. Oh, Janice is the one who's lost her tracker. Okay, good to know. I will let people know that that's what's happened. She's the Virginia rider. Got it. I knew she was from somewhere far away, but I didn't know where. Mustangs. Anybody know whether any horses have been at the 1 hour checkpoint yet? No, they have not. They have the front runners left Red Star, which is at 28 miles. The 1 hour hold is at 36 miles. And the front runners left there, I want to say, about 15 minutes ago. So they should be showing up at Robinson in possibly half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Time flies when you're having fun. Yes, there will be a live feed there. Krista is there with a Starlink. Okay, who do we have here? Hello! We have Stevie Delahunt's group. This is the 5 riders riding together. These horses. So 87, 68, 30, ride, you guys.
Thank you for being out here.
They're such nice people, these girls. Super, super nice people. Always really, really positive on the trail. And super fun to ride with. So we wish them well. Hopefully they'll go 5 for 5 again. They've done it before, so we'll see how that goes. Get out of the way here. Oops. Hello. This is number 114. Number 12 and number 25 possibly. Oh yes, that's Friedrich Market. That's West Wind Dragon. If you can stay on the trail, stay on the trail. Jeez,
12 is Sarah, huh?
scares the hell out of you. It's like oof. Squeak, squeak. And who was the front one? Was she 124?
I had 114 and 124.
Okay, 124. So and 124 was the middle one. She was our very, very final entrant. She signed up yesterday. She was the last minute entry that we had. So good for her getting out there. It's a daunting prospect. Okay, now the wind is getting up. Feels good. What about 16 tracker? I don't know what you mean by that question. Mark Montgomery is about 2 miles out of Robinson Flat, allegedly. I haven't had any trouble hearing you talk. Good, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. April Searle. Sorry, Sally. Yes. No, April was coming second behind Mark. So she is way up there. Intergalactic Crew, yes. Go them, go Stevie. Whereas the next live stream, it'll be from Robinson Flat, which is 36 miles, and it sounds like they're 2 miles out. So you're either going to have to run double browsers or switch from this feed to that one, depending on what you want to see. I don't know exactly where they're going to be, whether they're going to do the vet check or whether they're able to film them as they're coming in, or what they're going to do exactly, but that's where you're going to see them next. They do look good. And this is such a hard trail along here. I mean, you get into Robinson Flat and you just feel totally wiped out because you've had to concentrate. You get to let down a little bit on that road between Red Star and Robinson just because you don't have to concentrate. But this single track along here with the rocky sections and the drop-offs and the technical rocks and things like that, you're really concentrating hard to get through it. Yeah, I'm so glad I was able to come here and show you this in action, because prior to this we only had photographers here, which doesn't really, it captures the amazing scenery, but it doesn't show you exactly what these horses are doing, and it's just amazing to watch them. Okay, this next group. Number 42, Devon Horn from Texas is the next one. And then we've got Astro with Matt Scribner. Oh, Preston! Oh, Preston! Hopeless! Absolutely hopeless. Oh, yeah, you say that now. Uh-huh. You say that. Have a safe ride! Okay, so the two in the mat. One is Matt Scribner on Astro, who's a Mustang, and the one behind him is Preston Ketcherside. And Preston's parents rode this road back in the 60s, so he's had a really, really long association with this ride. Just checking to make sure I'm not blocking anyone. He's had a really, really long association with this ride, and I think this was his... I think he's ridden it 3 or 4 times. I think he got pulled a couple of times. One year he loaned his number 2 horse to a friend, to Julia Orth, who works in the AERC office here in Auburn. And Julia was lucky enough to finish. Unfortunately, Preston on the number 1 horse did not finish, so that's just the luck of the draw. But anyway, hopefully that'll work out for him today. Dragon scared the hell out of me. And it sounds like we are able to, we were debating whether or not, it used to be that Facebook did not let you do 2 live feeds at the same time, and then they changed it that you could do 2 live feeds at the same time, but then we had people having difficulty getting on this morning. But it seems to be dependent on the app, but it sounds like they've figured it out, so hopefully they'll be coming up live in the not too distant future. Okay, Samantha, yes, you missed them. They came through in a big group. This video, when I turn it off, will basically be saved. I think it's, again, Facebook policy that changed. It'll be online for about 30 days. So you can rewatch it. As soon as I post it, you can basically rewatch it and rewind and see all the people coming through. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Scrolling. 114, Jessica Wilson. Oh, that was Taco. Nice. April and Mark. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I didn't put any sunscreen on my knees, and I'm going to have burnt knees, that's for sure. Scrolling. Talented horses. The horses are amazing. You can basically sit here all day and just watch the horses going by. Preston, where is Matt's Jr.? I don't know where Matt's Jr. is. I can't remember. I know he was sponsoring one. I can't remember. Oh, it was Taco, wasn't it? Wasn't he riding with Mia and Taco? So I think they were at the front of that group. Matt's Jr. Remind me what the... Oh, surface factors. So it used to be that you were basically pulled, and then they said, okay, we want to try and explain what you might have been pulled for. So they started doing you were pulled for either metabolic, which usually means that the horse did not pulse down, or the horse was kind of looking punky, or just wasn't doing so well. Sometimes they pulse down, but there's other parameters that aren't quite good. So that's a metabolic pull. A lameness pull, that's pretty self-explanatory. The horse is dinged a rock or something and wants to stop. Occasionally you get things like girth galls, and galls, Galls with my English accent, or if the horse trips and gashes its knees open or something like that, but it's not lame, but there's an issue with it. So it's basically some sort of wound or rub or something that's not related to either metabolic or lameness. It's a surface factor pull at that point. So that's what that is. I don't know if you've seen any surface factor ones, but that's what that means. Okay, scrolling. Somebody please remind me. Oh, I've done that, sorry. Yeah, you can ride in the same tack that you ride in every single time. You've done previous hundreds and things like that, and you've never had a problem when you come on this ride and you get the most ridiculous rubs in the most ridiculous places, and it's so frustrating. And I think it's to do with the terrain, because there's so much up and down. I was in a panic last year because my saddle had worked absolutely fine for the previous 100 that I did, which wasn't as hilly as this, and I was suddenly getting a wither rub from that, so I was having to scramble around, and I ride in a Sensation. It's a Canadian treeless saddle, and I basically ended up ordering them a new saddle, and bless her, the owner of the place, she waived my expedited fee, and I thank her so much for that. She got me that saddle in about 5 days. She had one that was big made, basically, and she sold me that saddle, and it saved the day because I was able to get more padding to kind of lift up the saddle. So shout out to Sensation Saddles in Canada. They're actually brilliant saddles. I think I've done nearly all of my Tevises that I've done. I've been on 1, 2, 3, 4 different horses now. all riding in that saddle. It's worked for all of them. Once you get it adjusted, you've got to fiddle with it. You can't necessarily just slap it on and get on with it. I see some horses coming. So yeah, that's the problem with the surface factors, is no matter how hard you try, it's going to bite you. And you don't want to try something new, but sometimes you end up having to do it because you put an issue. Where are we going here? Trouble scrolling. Oh, there we go. Dragon. Oh, somebody quiet crept up on us. Max Jr. I think was at the front of that group. Susanna Jones is not riding. Oh, you're answering Susanna Jones. Sorry. Hey, Susanna. Lindsay. Hello. Are you having a good ride? Good. Woohoo! As you do. That's the way it goes. Have a great ride. There's number 57. This is Monica. Monica ended up going overtime last year, so we're hoping that she makes it this year. She's from Southern California with Navur. We were admiring Navur at the fairgrounds on Wednesday. He's a very nicely put together horse. She said he's a very kind horse. She said he's fun to ride. Okay, scrolling back. Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay was another one of my mentees for the Ed Ride. People coming and basically getting to ride the trail. It's fun. Thank you, Tina. I'm really happy I was able to share this trail with you because it's good. Emma, if you're a relative of Linda, you've missed her, she's gone through. Jump to the Robinson Flat coverage that's going to start shortly and you'll catch her if that's who you are. Not very many cabbage weights around. People thanking me. Riding Dragon Scout. Oh, he was, so this trail here, it basically, I'm going with my stick. I'm carrying this stick. Hang on, get my stick out. I'm getting cramp in my hand. That's not helping. This trail here, there's my stick. That's my stick. It basically loops sideways and then it goes around the rock and then it goes up the hill. And his friends were sort of up ahead. And I think he went over this rock and then slipped on the next bit and was scrambling around and there was dirt flying and it was just like, no! It would be fine. He would have just scrambled around a bit, but there's always alarming. It's the problem if the horses are looking at the horses ahead and not looking where they're going. So you have to kind of get them to pay attention sometimes. Oh, the bit policy, it was just a safety issue. We understand, Jeremy Reynolds, for instance, rode Treasure in a, just a neck rope. And that's fine because it's a special circumstance where Jeremy is... Oh, I'm sorry, I just missed that comment about the noise wind. Jeremy and Treasure have got a very good bond. Jeremy knows this ride really, really well. He's out in the front, so he's not necessarily in a big group of horses. And I think we were mostly concerned that people would be like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it, sort of thing, not realising necessarily what the terrain was or what the situation was. So it was just, it's so hard to regulate people because you can't expect people necessarily to have the same level of skill or the same understanding of the trail. So to try and make it safe for everyone, we decided that the bit of the breast collar thing, it was just a safety issue, basically, to try and we're not trying to make people do something, but we just want to make sure that people who should be, every year you hear people who start out in endurance and they're formerly quiet, mild-mannered horses in a snaffle, they take them to their first ride and the horse goes completely ballistic and they have no control whatsoever. You're riding a Jekyll and Hyde horse that might be absolutely fine at home, and then it gets out in a big group of 100 or so horses, and suddenly it's a crazy horse. So there's some more coming here. So that's what the bit policy is about. Scroll. yes, he was Dragon was fine. He just frightened me for a minute. Yeah, some people aren't as verbose as me. They're not as chatty. Get me on the subject of Tevis and I'll just go on and on and on. Preston. Where is Matt's Jr.? I think it's in the front. We've talked about that. Oh, I think I'm repeating the same ones. Hello! Oh, this is Jeremy Procopio and Essie Maxwell, both local riders.
Hey, Lucy.
Hello!
Jeremy.
Hello! This is Phil.
This is Phil.
Phil. Phil's very popular. We like Phil. Phil's a Morgan. I don't know if he's a cross or whether he's full Morgan, but he's a chunky little guy, or chunky big guy, should I say. It sounds like they're having difficulty getting online at Robinson Flat because I'm stepping on it, so maybe there is an issue with the double feeds. So I think I'm going to have to turn this off so they can catch the front runners at Robinson. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry not to catch the back people because I'm one of the people who rides in the back. So it's always sad if you can't follow them. The next place I'm going to be is at Deadwood, and I'm only going to be able to do the front runners because I need to zip along and catch them at the whole field at Chicken Hawk. So, whoops. It's about 75 degrees. I'm just going to see if I can catch this last one.